Namaste, welcome. I hope this video finds you well. Dear one, leave your mind and come into consciousness. This is your truth, your highest expression, the source of all well-being. All the suffering, all the problems come from the mind, projecting into the past or future, and the belief that we are a person. Both are connected. For some reason, we all go through this experience when we come into this earth. We appear in this human form, and we are conditioned to believe that it is all there is. When in truth, you are much higher than that. You are the consciousness in which all things appear. They express and manifest for a while, but the space in which they appear remains unaffected. You are that. Immaculate. Eternal. A lot of our life is troubled by the mind that keeps us hostage to this body and the perception that we are separate. We cannot experience enlightenment or awakening through the mind. We can understand some theory about it because the mind is very powerful and it is also consciousness. But to realize the truth of what we are, we have to transcend it. Why is this so difficult? To a great part, because we have been conditioned to believe that the mind or reason are the only way we can access truth or reality. But how true is that? The mind is also not in the way. It is also consciousness. But to realize the self, it cannot reach. So we have to transcend it. How can we do this? First of all, by not paying our thoughts so much attention. The mind is useful for solving practical problems in life. But beyond that, how much does it really serve our happiness? We can do this right now by taking a moment of not following our thought flow. Recognize them as appearances in the mind that come and go. And the less attention I pay to them, the shorter they live and the less power they have. It is that simple. Let a thought come and go. This simple act alone reveals so much space. Creates a distance from the thought. So I can see very clearly it is not what I am. Because I have the ability to observe them. Thoughts have no power over me, but they appear inside of my awareness. Then we can begin to explore this awareness more. Notice how still it is. how undisturbed. No matter what appears inside of it, thoughts, emotions, anything, it remains undisturbed. What is the circumference of this awareness in which everything appears? It can even perceive the body, so it cannot be bound by it. It is really important to take the time to experience this and not think it in the mind. Because the mind, of course, will say, well, how can I be anything but this body? But what do you see from the place that can even perceive the body? You can say, this is my hand, these are my feet, but it is not the eye that perceives them. This I, or awareness, has no date of birth, no funeral, because if you really look, you see that there is no time, no beginning, no end. It's by verifying these simple facts that we become more and more established in the truth of who we are. And we pierce through all the layers of conditioning. And immediately we feel more peaceful and calm. And life will flow much more easily because we are attuned to what is real and who we really are. It's like sometimes in life when we play a certain role in a situation or environment like work, and after a while it feels really draining because it requires so much effort to keep it up. In the same way, when we play the role of the person and really identify with it, it begins to feel draining after a while. There will always be problems of some kind. And happiness is always temporary because it depends on a reason that is always passing. It feels draining because it is not what we are. Life is made for the discovery of our true self. This is why we are suffering, and the mind can feel exhausting and tormenting, because it also wants us to awaken, to grow tired of its grip and distortion of reality. And any moment is perfect and right for this. Simply turn your attention away from the mind and the thought flow to the awareness in which they appear. And let this not be only words, but actual experience. Don't take the mind with you. You don't need it. Awareness in which thoughts arise. But it is also far beyond the thoughts. A great stillness. A sense of being where words cannot reach. We can use them as signposts away from misidentification, but at some point we have to be brave enough to leave them behind also. This is your freedom. It cannot be defined, sold in books or seminars, because it is already what you are. Simply turn your attention here and give it your time. Brave, without any distractions or time frame. But even with these things, it doesn't matter or change anything about what you are. But in the beginning, it helps to be a bit more serious and really take the time and give it all your attention. Because conditioning has such a strong grip and it needs time to soften. So I invite you to stay here longer. Verify for yourself. What disturbances are here? What problems? What distractions? It's nothing, nothing, nothing in the freedom that you are. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. And if you like, subscribe to my channel so we can share more beautiful moments like this together and stay connected. All my love to you.